welcome to the chat on Newsday Amarillo and News Channel 10-2. I'm David Lovejoy.
And I'm Chuckalicious, Chuck Williams.
And join us, our good friends at BSA Hospice of the Southwest this morning. Mrs. Martha Johnson's here to talk with us. Miss Martha, welcome. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. You too.
Something that's really, and it's really been at the forefront of not just in hospice care, but in the medical world, is dealing with pain and taking that on and being a part of that. What does BSA Hospice do to address the issues of especially end-of-term life and the pain and that sort of thing?
Most people, probably about 90% of people, experience pain at the end of life. If you think about it, at the very end of life, most people are bedfast. They're not able to move much. And if you lay in bed and are still for more than an hour or two, you start getting some aches and pains. And so we want to do everything we can to help prevent that pain. And sometimes it's something simple, repositioning, making sure you're turning frequently, using other methods of pain relief, such as massage, some heat, some cold, sometimes just giving Tylenol scheduled or Advil scheduled. Now, at some point in time, you may not be able to swallow those medications, and we may have to, if you are hurting, use some stronger medication. But we try to do the least amount of medication that we can, because we want all of our patients to be alert, to be oriented, to be able to interact with their family members and loved ones. That's what people want. If we want to live longer and be in a hospital and hooked up to machines, that's your choice. But most people don't want that. They want to be at home, surrounded by family and friends, and not be put through things that they have decided are not going to be helpful to them. And so we want to help manage those end-of-life symptoms so that they can enjoy that time.
Is this a collaboration between, let's say, the family, the loved ones, and the medical professionals? Who comes in and makes those decisions on how you're going to manage pain? And does the family even have any say in what goes on?
Definitely. The family, the patient is our primary leader on the team. If they're not able to make those decisions, then the family is the leader. And then an RN case manager comes in, does an assessment, reports that to our medical team, our physician. We also have a nurse practitioner that comes out to see the patients in the home. And then we have social work and spiritual care that come in. And they sometimes find that pain is related to a social or spiritual concern, not necessarily a physical thing. There are different types of pain, and so the whole team comes in. We have volunteers that can come in and help with things, and then we have home health aides that come in and help with personal care as it's needed. And that whole team reports every 2 weeks. We all meet and talk about, this patient is having this issue, and here's what I see, here's what I think might be helpful. Sometimes the person helping with bathing knows things that the nurse doesn't know, because the patient feels more comfortable with that person in an intimate setting. And so they can say, well, I have found that this person feels great after they've had a shower. That warm water has been so helpful to them. Or I have found that warm water, the steam affects their breathing, and that doesn't work for them. And so maybe they shouldn't get in the shower anymore. We should try something different. And the physician is in there in that team meeting also, and he or she then can say, well, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? And then we bring those options back to the patient and family and ask, what are you wanting to try? And if they say, I don't want to try it, I want to do this, okay, that's your decision. We're going to help support you while you do that. We don't ever make decisions for patients or their families. We just educate them and support them through the decisions that they make.
So this is a holistic approach to medicine altogether, correct?
Yes, definitely. Because we're not robots. We're people. And what works for me, Chuck, is not going to work for you. And what works for you is not going to work for David. And we know our bodies better than anyone. What happens in healthcare in the United States over the last 100 or 2 years have been that we go to the physician says, I know what's best, and you're going to take this medicine, and you go home and you take it and do exactly what I say, and you're going to be great. And you go back and say, well, it didn't really work. And they say, oh, it should have. So take this pill. And what we have found is that it doesn't work that way. And so we go in and listen to the patient and the family, give you back that autonomy, that independence. And often our patients feel better, live longer, certainly have higher quality of life. Maybe they stop taking some medications, or maybe they take a different dose of the medication. Maybe they take different medications than what they were before. But we don't go in. A lot of people think we go in and say, we're in charge and you're going to do what we tell you. We're going to stop this and make you take that. We do not do that. It's you're the one in charge. You're driving the bus, and we're just here to help you navigate that journey.
Whether dealing with guilt or into life stages or pain, BSA Hospice of the Southwest has a dedicated professional team to help you, your loved one, and your family through these difficult situations. Give BSA Hospice of the Southwest a call at 806-356-0026. Stop by their offices at 5211 Southwest 9th Avenue and let them be a part of the solution. Ms. Martha, thank you so much for your time today and being a part of the show. And have a great year, and we'll see you next month.
All right. Thank you. You have a good day, too.
You too. We're going to wrap it up. That's the chat for today. You know the 2 rules. Be kind, be careful. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning.